Hi, it's Matt from Go Green Autos. So what we have here today is something a bit special, a brand spanking new Peugeot partner van. So this is a SE L1 all electric van. It's got battery ownership, so there's no lease payments like you get on a Renault. And there's a couple of things that make these vans a bit special. Firstly, there is DC rapid charging. So you can do the long trips in these, you're not limited by the daily range. And secondly, you have got 3 seats up front, so you can take more passengers. So let's just talk about charging to start with. On this side you've got a DC rapid charge CHAdeMO port. So typically the motorway network is well covered now with rapid charges, also many other places. So you would get a charge to about 80% in 20 minutes, 25 minutes. That means you can do the long distances. And on this side, on the front wing here, you have your AC charging port. So this is 16 amp type 1, typically overnight charge. It's 7 hours to charge this van. So you would use this charging overnight or top ups throughout the day at home or workplace or on site. And then we'll go around the business end first. I'll just talk about the stickers on the side. Obviously zero emissions, electric vehicle on the back, zero emissions down the side. It had the Peugeot dealers decals all over it, but I left these ones because you'd probably want to shout that it's a zero emissions van, because people don't realise these exist. They look identical to the diesel one. The only way you can tell is it's got no exhaust pipe at the back. And yesterday I was charging this at Oxford Services on the M40, and I did notice a few people take a double take at this because there was a white van there sitting at an electric charging point. So people just don't realise these exist, or they don't realise this is electric. So you may want to leave them on. I can remove them if you don't want them. So I've also just waxed this van as well after removing the other one. So I've done a full polish and wax. So let's just look at the inside. Ply lined, obviously never been used. You've got 3 tie down hooks either side. This side door shuts with a nice thud as well, very nice. At the back here, twin doors. You've got a ladder frame there protecting the driver. Nice slim boxes. You've got a 12 volt socket there, light at the top there. You've also got this aluminium strip here, which is nice. Here's your charging cable, type 1 for the front, as I've said, to type 2. So this is your home charger or workplace charger, or public charging ports like destination chargers that you would get in supermarkets and car parks and the like. You've also got latches here to swing the doors open 180 degrees, so you can load with a forklift. And as you can see, the plastic work is all still gleaming. It is in really nice condition. So let's just, well actually before we jump in, I'll just go around the passenger side again and show you this seating. So you got twin seats here. So there's 2 things you can do with this outer seat, is you can store it at the top there, and then you've got a load area there that you can put boxes on the floor, or you can pull the tag there and fold it flat, so it's completely flush here with the floor. There's cutout in the seat, which allows you to load long items like timber, conduit or copper pipe maybe. And then this middle seat folds down flat there to give the driver a sort of table. You could put papers as elastic strap there, or you could use your laptop, probably more typically for your McDonald's lunch. And then you got glove box on this side, storage there, storage in the door bins. I think this is your cup holders here, they're in the door bins there. And then we'll go round to the driver's side, get away from this road traffic. The other thing I'll just note is it's got carpet all on the floor instead of rubber that you get in a lot of other vans. I've also got some carpet mats on order, so they will be here shortly. Right, here we are inside, and then Just while we're on the seating, the other thing that's quite nice on these, because the gear selector is a switch up here on the dash, normally you'd have a lump here with a gear selector on the diesel or petrol versions, but that's all missing, so you've got a lot of room here for the middle passenger's knees, which is quite nice. And then on the storage side, you've got this overhead storage bin, which you usually only get on bigger vans, which is quite nice, quite a large area there. You've also got a storage bin here in front of the dash. It's very deep. Little one up there in the dash as well. So I'll just show you the keys. You've got 2 remote keys on with this, and obviously all the new tags. Let's just start it up. There we go, engine is running. And the mileage is 84 miles now, so obviously still a brand new vehicle. The range here is showing 65 miles. This isn't true yet because it hasn't really been driven yet. The only real driving it's done is when I came down the M40 yesterday bringing it back, so it was only 3 degrees yesterday and I was doing proper motorway speeds. So this has obviously got to adjust as it gets used more. The NEDC range of these is 106 miles. That's not doesn't really reflect reality. So typically these do 80 miles in the summer and sort of 70 miles in the winter. The heating system on these is quite nice as well. It's got air conditioning, which is quite unusual for a van. But the nice thing on these is it's got a gauge here showing you how much energy the heating system is using. I was quite surprised yesterday. I had the heating on when I was driving back, and if you just put the heating on hot but about halfway, it still stays in the green eco area, which is quite nice. And the display up here, if I can just toggle it with the stalk on the end, here it shows you how much estimated range the heating is going to use. So if I put the heating on and turn it on to full heat, we can see then the needle is slowly moving up, showing you that it's using a lot of energy. And then up here it is saying, it is telling us that it's going to use 15 miles of range. But if I drop the heating down to something a little more gentle, the needle then drops into the eco area, and it's showing us we're only going to use 9 miles of range having the heating there. So it's very nice. I wish more EVs had this dial. And then obviously if you turn it round to cold, the air conditioning comes on. So very nice heating system. I will turn that off. And then while we're here, obviously the gear selector I mentioned earlier, obviously automatic, electric vehicles are all automatic, but you don't need a big manual selector. So Peugeot have got this nice switch on the dash, so it frees up all this room. But you still got your park, reverse, neutral and drive. Radio here, CD and radio, doesn't have Bluetooth. And then you've got this nice display at the top which you can toggle through various options. Obviously you want to ignore this miles per kilowatt at the moment. It will do about 4.5 miles per kilowatt, but again, you know, it hasn't been driven yet, so it's unfair to believe what it's telling us at the moment. So as I said, the mileage is only done 84 miles now, still a brand new vehicle. The other controls I'll briefly show you: electric windows both sides. It's got electric mirrors, adjustment down here, traction control off, and then on this side you've got remote control stereo controls, wiper stalk, lights and indicator stalk, and then down here you have got cruise control and a speed limiter. And then I will quickly show you the paperwork. So it's a 17 plate, it has been registered. The Peugeot dealership had it registered, obviously, to them, and when the registration date was 20 6th of July 2017. So what's that? So it's 5 months, just coming up to 5 months old. So here's your books, all standard books. There's the electric book as well. So the other quick thing I'll mention is the warranty. So when these are new, you've got a 3-year warranty on the van. So that's obviously your bodywork, your brakes, your dash, all that sort of stuff. But crucially, you have got 5-year warranty on the electric drivetrain. So that's everything under the bonnet. So that's your electric motor, your converter, your charger. Typically, you know, it's a way to think of it. If this was a petrol or diesel van, that would be all your engine and gearbox, all the crucial bits. So that's warranted for 5 years or 40,000 miles. And then your traction battery underneath, that's warranted for 8 years or 60,000 miles. And then you've got your paintwork warranty, 2 years on a commercial. Anti-perforation warranty is 5 years on a commercial. And then you've got the remaining of the 1 year Peugeot breakdown cover as well. So 2 remote keys, as I showed you. And obviously it's still new, so all drives as you would expect. Still got that new vehicle smell. And a massive saving on the new price. So the selling price of this is about the same as 2-year-old partner vans are selling for. And obviously these vans are pretty rare. They've only started selling in proper numbers in 2017. So very few of these on the second-hand market. So if you're looking for a van, electric van, they don't really get better than these, because you've got rapid charging, battery ownership, and you've got 3 seats up front.